Boom chanka lads and lasses, how's it going everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little transfer edition for you, the latest evening news guys. How's it going everybody out there? Hope you're having a good night, all the United fans out there across the world. Get in there my son. We've got some news guys, we're going to get into it in a moment. Just going to make sure I'm coming through loud and clear. Let me know you can see me. How you all doing? Do us a big favour, smash that like button, give it a share, give it a retweet if you can. I've pinned the link to the top of the live chat if you guys could give it a share on Twitter. That would be majestic. But yes guys, lots to get into. We're going to talk about the main headline right now. But great to see you. Just a few shout-outs at the start. Berber, Tim Sir, Romano, Star-Lord. How you doing there, Mr. Aaron Homeyard? Busy the Beast. Sports Fervor. Mason M. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Beauty from Pain. Hey, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a bit. What's going down? How are you? And everyone else, great to see you in here. Thanks for stopping by. So, guys, to start things off with, Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted a few moments ago, actually, literally 19 minutes ago, and this is the latest update from Fab, and he has basically announced officially that Manchester United have restarted contact with Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, we were talking about this the last few days. That may have been the case anyway. We have heard various different sources reporting that Manchester United have already been in renegotiations with Borussia Dortmund for the signing of Jadon Sancho. And also we heard previous reports that we had contacted the player and were in the process of working out personal terms and these sorts of things. But anyway, this is what he said. We got a tweet from Fabrizio which reads, Manchester United have restarted contacts to sign Jadon Sancho. Talks on with the players' camp on personal terms. Potential contract until 2026. No official bid yet. BVB prepared to sell Sancho, but only for 90/95 million euros, which is somewhere in the region of, the late 70s, 80 million pounds. So it's around about the right sort of money that Borussia Dortmund would be prepared to let him go for. It's just on Manchester United on our board to see if they're prepared to actually go and pay that money, which we should be. Because the Glazers need to get somebody in now, really, to give the fans something before the Euros, in my opinion, and this would be exactly that signing. Getting Jadon Sancho in now would give a massive boost to everybody around the club, and we could enjoy watching him at the Euros. But there you go, guys. There's the latest update in regards to Sancho. Manchester United restarted contacts to sign Jadon Sancho. Talks on with the players' camp on personal terms. Potential contract until 2026. He also said, though, that there is no official bid yet. So, similar sort of situation to the start of last season's window, if you remember, where Manchester United had agreed the terms with the player. Well, okay, so we've made contact with Dortmund now. We're in the process of agreeing terms with the deal. But come on, for Pete's sake, get the bloody deal done now. Get it done now. We're all sick of waiting around and potentially having another long drawn-out summer saga of getting this guy, when we could just get him in wrapped up early. Mate, you might have to pay 5 million euros more. Big fucking whoop. Go and get him. Yes, no move from LFC. So this is another key update. Lots of news coming out in the last couple of days. So this is what he said at the end there. He said, BVB prepared to sell Sancho, but only for 90/95 million euros. No move from Liverpool Football Club. So there was a lot of speculation about some of the other clubs maybe being sniffing around Jadon Sancho now as well, owed to the fact that United have dillied and dallied and fannied around for God knows how long trying to get him, leaving the door open for potentially other teams to come in and sign him from out underneath us, which would be a complete nightmare if that happened. But as far as Fabrizio Romano is reporting anyway, there's no move for Jadon Sancho, no contact or anything from Liverpool Football Club at least. So that would be good. I mean, look, Salah's had a great season, another great season for them. Is he staying? Is he going? I mean, if he stays, do they really need Jadon Sancho? I mean, arguably not right now. So I don't think that's the most realistic of destinations anyway before this confirmation from Fab. But Chelsea, though, I guess is another team that's also been heavily linked with him. We've discussed that a little bit over the last couple of days. They've also had a couple of links to Jadon Sancho, but then none of them are really that well-founded, I think. Yes, okay, they are probably going to spend a huge amount of money. They're just giving Tuchel a new deal. He is going to have money to invest. So if he wants to go and buy Jadon, then okay, he could probably be a very big competitor for his signature. But it seems like the door is open. It seems like the path is clear, I should say, for Manchester United to go and sign Jadon Sancho from Dortmund because he wants to come. This has been going on a long time. We've made contact now again. So Manchester United have made contact with Borussia Dortmund to sign him and also the player. So look, we're in the driving seat when it comes to the signing of Jadon Sancho this season. So don't worry out there. Anybody out there who's a little bit like, oh, Chelsea, these scummers might come along and go and get him ahead of us. I don't think so. I think Jadon's got his mind set on coming to United as well. I think he wanted to come last summer. He just obviously wasn't backed up by the fact that we weren't prepared to pay the money, but he wanted to come. And it's just evident to see, guys. I mean, it's getting closer and closer and closer, this one. But like we said, it was in a similar situation last year. The only difference this year is he's got a little bit less time on his contract, and it's a little bit less money because of that, and also because of the climate and everything that's been going on. So the actual amount of money is not... It's a good fee to pay for Jadon, a 20-year-old player who's got literally a decade at the top, who's only getting better, who has the potential at the very least to be one of the best players in the world over the next decade. You know, okay, maybe he's not up there with the Kylian Mbappes and stuff like that right now, but he's not far behind, and he's a little bit younger too. So, in my opinion, Jadon Sancho has a ridiculously bright future, and if you could sign him up, you should absolutely try and sign him up, you know, as soon as possible, and not allow anybody else to come in and maybe, you know, maybe steal him from us. We need one more signing, says we need more than one signing, says Ryan C. Absolutely, yeah, no, this should be a building window. This should be like Chelsea's window last year, where they did invest a couple $100 million, and they got a few big name players that they wanted. Didn't necessarily start great for them, but they still got the big name players that they wanted, and they showed intent in the window. And that's what United need to do as well. We need to show intent in the window too. You know, like early doors, not do our usual tactics, which is just trying to drag it out the whole window to get cheaper deals. Ryan Martin says, hey man, what's the latest? Absolutely. So so the latest is just Fabrizio Romano has given us an update tonight. He tweeted about 20 minutes ago stating that Manchester United have made new contact with Borussia Dortmund. So it's all looking like it's going in the right direction, guys. Look, we know how slow this process is for United, so I'd love to tell you that the deal's going to be done before the Euros. You know, I've got a little inkling that maybe that will happen, just because for that reason, like I said, we are in a bad situation with the Glazers right now, the owners of this football club. If they did want to just give a boost to the fan base, they should sign a big player right now, just before just one. You don't need to do all your business right at the start of the window. There's no need for that. I get that. You want to get a good deal, okay, and the Euros is on, okay, you know, it makes it very difficult for just length of time you've got for negotiations before these players are off for the Euros. And then when they come back, you know, you've got to try and get your business wrapped up early there before the season starts, so you can come in and have a pre-season, etc. But that's the key, really, guys, is just getting one player in, I think, before the window, a big player, you know, either Varane or Sancho or something like that, just to buoy the fan base, you know, just to give us something to be happy about and to look forward to for the new year, and also to enjoy at the Euros. Like, I will enjoy the Euros so much more with Sancho starting in the team up there for England, if he's a Manchester United player by then, I'll tell you that now. I will just, you know, it just adds a different element to it. Okay, yeah, we'll be watching and all that anyway. But fact of the matter is, if he's already signed, it'll be like Wayne Rooney at Euro 2004. Hey, Alex there. How you doing, Alex, you legend, with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Becky Hope, how are you too? Alex with a $4.99 super chat. Cheers, Alex. He says, Sancho is coming, and it looks like Trippier too. I would be okay with a summer of Sancho, Varane, Trippier, and a DM. Kessie would be great. Alex, great comment, mate. Yes, I think that's 4 is the magic number on this one, isn't it? Well, 3 actually is the magic number, to be fair, yeah. Like, we don't need Trippier. Trippier's a good signing. Don't get me wrong, I think he adds depth, experience, quality in that position, can challenge Aaron Wan-Bissaka, give competition for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, be a great signing. But that's almost a luxury signing right now. The necessity signings are, as you say, all the other positions that you have mentioned there. Sancho should be definitely a priority signing, because he's going to fill that right wing spot for the next decade, potentially. And then you look at the CDM position, yeah, that is guff. That's not good enough. Matic getting on there, Fred in the mud, McTominay hit or miss, Pogba up in the air. Will he be going? Will he be staying? You know, Donny. None of these guys are that defensive anyway, Donny and Pogba. You know, they're not that defensive anyway. So yes, a proper DM. Kessie from AC Milan, I really like him. Thought he looked great against us. Very athletic, very mobile, very strong. great defender, good going forward too. So I would agree with that, but that position needs to be talked about. It's not being talked about, that position right now for some reason as much. Yes, there are links in that position. We talked about players like Basuma, Declan Rice, Kessie, but we're not really hearing any major movement on a signing in that position right now, and I wonder why. Is it because we've got other positions in the team that we're just working on right now? We're working on the Sancho deal. Maybe we're working on one deal, like I say, to get it done nice and early so the deal is wrapped up before the Euros, so the fans have something to enjoy for the summer as well and give us a boost. And they're just going to bring one player in. That's what they're trying to work on now, which seems to be Jadon Sancho or maybe Trippier. And then the rest of the players, such as, if there is to be a pursuit of Declan Rice or any other player in the midfield position, then maybe that'll be done after the Euros, and maybe knowing the Glazers and Woody and co. right up until the last frigging day of the transfer window, my sons. Hey Dero official, long time no talk, mate. How you doing there, Hey Dero? Yes, I'm all right, mate. How are you getting on? And Cuz2490, hello to you too. Yes, it's got to be Sancho in a centre back, says Alex. Yeah, I mean, if we could only sign two, it would be Varane and Sancho for me, guys. All right, I'm going to ask you a question now. I've just talked about the importance of us, in my opinion, signing one player before the start of the Euros. Doesn't really matter who. I'm not talking about freaking Tom Heaton here, guys. That's not what I mean. I don't mean friggin' signing Tom Heaton before the Euros, no. Obviously, that's the one that's realistic. That's obviously going to happen. But I mean signing one of the big boys, one of these big marquee names that we're trying to acquire this summer, getting just one of them. We're not asking to get all of our business wrapped up, but let's do what Chelsea did last year in regards to, didn't they sign feckin' Ziyech in like May or something and just had him like prearranged, well before. That's the sort of stuff we should be doing. There's no excuses really. Okay, the window doesn't open for 4 days, but you can still prearrange deals for it to for as soon as the window opens. So yes, our board and our recruitment team, Matty Judge Meister and all these Woody Woodward prats, they're all a bunch of melts, guys, and they are terrible. But what I want to ask you anyway is if you could sign one player, just one player, before the European Championships, who is that one player, just in terms of who you think would give us the boost? Because Varane is arguably the most important player to buy. He's a world-class centre-back, and that's the position that we're struggling the most. Sancho, not necessarily the position that we're struggling the most right now, but definitely we want him there, and he's obviously a missing piece of the puzzle too. But for me, it would be Varane, guys. I know Jadon's the one that's most realistic to happen out of the big boys because this new movement. But I would rather if they just randomly announced that Varane signed on the 9th, I would be like, fucking get in there, my son. And that would be another player, obviously, who's at the Euros with France, who we could watch. So, yeah, Varane's the key signing for me. For me, Varane is the key signing. Now, Jadon Sancho is a brilliant signing, and I can't wait to see him come. But Varane is the one because that's the problem area of the team. Ronaldo and Trippier, says Sam Gaming. Sancho, says Shazad Ahmed. Varane or Zachariah for me, says Josh Doreen. Zachariah's a great shout. Dennis Zachariah. He's young. He's good defensively. He's athletic. That's the sort of player we should be looking at as well. And I don't think he would cost a ridiculous amount of money. I do think he'd be a lot less than, say, Declan Rice. So that is actually a really good shout. Hello there, Winston Nelson. How are you tonight? Alex says Sancho. Shazad says Sancho. Yeah, world-class centre-back, says Social99. Dr. Stealth Hudson says Sancho. The Vutinator says Sancho. I can see the theme here, yeah. We'd all be happy with bloody anybody at this stage, wouldn't we? I'd be happy if we signed Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men, before the feckin' Euros, because our club are a bunch of useless melts when it comes to making movements. So I don't really care who we've already got them. It's called Slabby Mcguire and Victor Lindelof. They already are bloody Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men, aren't they? Flobba lobba 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 lobba, flobba lobba 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 lobba. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you remember that. We're going back some time there, guys. Some of you probably don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, right, okay. Sancho, absolutely Aaron Homeyard, yes. Rushmana remembers it. Marco remembers it. Flying Pig United fan 67 remembers it. Oh my goodness me. It's Zachariah, not Zachariah. Ooh, you say Carlos Kutsametsa, I say Carlos Kutsamitsa. Do you know what I'm saying, Carlos? Anyway, Right, okay, guys. So that's big news, guys. Fabrizio Romano, just if you're just getting in here, how many of you are in here right now? Hey, do us a favor, actually, guys, and smash the like button. There's over 100 of you legends in here. Let's get 100 likes on this stream. If you're enjoying these transfer updates, if you want to support the show, just leave a like on it. It's free. Hit that thumbs up. Also, give it a share over social media if you want. I've pinned the retweet link at the top of the live chat. Get in there, my son. Yes, hit that thumbs up button, lads and lasses, if you just joined us. Bacon Brigade, assemble! Fabrizio Romano, this is the update for anyone that's just joining us. Obviously, I talked about it at the start, at the top of the video here, but let me just give you a rundown for anybody that's just joining. Manchester United have restarted contacts to sign Jadon Sancho. Talks on with the players' camp on personal terms, potential contract until 2026. No official bid yet. Borussia Dortmund prepared to sell Sancho, but only for 90/95 million euros. No move from LFC. So that's the latest update from Fabrizio Romano, lads and lasses. We've got a little bit more to get into in a moment as well. Greg L with a 199 super chat. Thank you very much, dude. He says, yes, Big, Varane is essentiale. Fingers crossed, absolutely, yes. I think you're right. I think Varane is the one. If it wasn't if it wasn't going to be Varane this summer, then it should have been Alaba. And obviously Alaba's already signed for Real Madrid, potentially Varane's replacement, which is a good sign. But actually, Varane is the one. What we like about Varane is he's a world-class centre-back in the prime of his career and still with many years in the prime of his career. So we're actually getting exactly what we need if we sign Raphael Varane. Not only is he an affordable player who's on not a huge amount of money for the player that he is right now, and because his contract's run out, it's a very affordable player. There's even reports to say that he might be available for as low as 40 million, which I find crazy. But 60 million, I think, max is what you would have to pay to get this player because of his want-away nature and the fact that his contract is running down, guys. So yeah. But he is realistic, guys. He's realistic because of those reasons. But that's the key focus area. Like, it's the centre-back issue. It's nowhere else. The centre-back is the problem area. We need to have somebody who can partner Harry Maguire. You know, we like to slag off Harry Maguire a little bit on this channel. Well, we don't like to, but we do. Because he's not as good as I would like as a Manchester United centre-back. But the argument is, maybe, just kind of like the Pogba argument before we had some better players around him, like Cavani and Bruno and these sorts of guys. Maybe the argument is Maguire doesn't have that centre-back partner, which is capable of doing the job and providing him the right foil to do his job. I think that's fair. I do think that's fair. Like, we have to give Slabby Maguire a chance to see how he would perform if you put a world-class player in next to him. Because sometimes it doesn't help when you have a Swedish meatball vendor playing next to you, or somebody whose knees are literally made out of polystyrene. So it doesn't help when you have that situation if you're Slabby Maguire. Now, individually, I personally think at times he's evidently been at fault for a bunch of goals this season, but it's always going to be highlighted in that position. All players are making errors out there. He's made less errors, I would say, than the likes of Victor Lindelof, and he is a good player, and I think United struggled when we didn't have Harry Maguire on the side. Look at that Europa League final. We definitely struggle without him. So that goes to show you something. At least right now, he is our best centre-back, at least right now. And so if we did get Raphael Varane to partner him, that could be a game changer. I mean, on paper, it actually sounds pretty damn good because Maguire's really good. He's strong, he's good in the air, he's got good distribution. It's maybe argument-wise positionally, which maybe would be helped if he had somebody who's better at that also next to him. Maybe argument-wise, pace-wise, which also would be helped if he had somebody like Varane who's got a bit of pace and good positionally and can judge the game well, so we're not leaving so many holes. A lot of the time, Maguire may be out of position, but it's also because bloody Victor Lindelof's left us exposed or, something like that. So yes, Maguire and Varane, hey, look, that could work. We're going to have to come up with a name for them, What would work? Vaguire? Oh, no, you can't call him Vaguire because the first three letters are Vag. Vaguire, mate. Rafi Vaguire. Yeah. McGuan. Yes, Slabby McGuan. Slabby McGuan, mate. It sounds like a fucking shit Citroen or something. Or a Renault Megane. Moran, that's right. Slabby Moran. Slabby Mcguire. Anyway, that's funny as. Pigs turning into G-Wolf. I'm not Vincent Bullock. I still think Mcguire's shite, mate. I still don't think he's good enough for United. That's the key. I don't think he's shite, actually. Listen, I don't. He's good. That's the key that's the key point I was making. You know what? He's just not good enough for United, and that's the key point I've always made all season long, is that he is good, but he's not Rio, he's not Vidic, he's not a world-class centre-back. United should have a centre-back duo pairing, in my humble opinion. Thank you for the super chat there, McDuck. Thank you very, very much for the £1 super chat. Thank you, Chuck. Thanks, Duck. Hey, thank you, McDuck, mate. I appreciate that one, dude. No message to go with it, but have your say in the live chat if you want, Mr. McDuck. He's also subscribed to the channel I've just seen. Thank you for subscribing, Mr. McDuck. And also Dragan Edgaric and Cjo Francis. Thank you very much for subscribing, guys. Moran, that is so funny, isn't it? Slabbington Moran. I like Mcguire. I like Slabby Mcguire. Sorry, guys. Anyway, let's get back onto the... let's get back. Hey, Romano says we got 66 likes. Nice one, everyone. Hit that thumbs up button. We could do better than that. Smash the like on it if you haven't done. Lisa Byrne says, hi, is he coming? I mean, it's still up in the air, to be honest with you, Lisa. I'd love to say yes. But this is the latest. We're in negotiations again with Dortmund now. That is officially announced by reputable sources now. In terms of the player as well, we're also in personal, we're trying to agree contract terms personally with the player. So personal terms still need to be agreed. There are some reports, like for instance, I mean, you've always got to take it with a pinch of salt, don't you, when there's a report such as this. But, United have agreed terms with Jadon Sancho and are closing in on an £81.5 million deal with Borussia Dortmund, according to The Mirror. So I always take it with a pinch of salt, but there's other news outlets that are reporting that the personal terms have already been agreed. Me personally, I rather tend to agree with Fab. I think he is obviously pretty reputable when it comes to stuff like this, and he simply said that United are in talks now with the players' camp to agree personal terms, but he hasn't said that personal terms have been agreed, and he's also hinted at the fact that potential contract could be until 2026. So this is the latest tweet tonight from Fabrizio Romano. I wonder, in fact, if I could just show you the tweet really quick. It doesn't matter. I've read it like 5 times. Next time I'll get the tweet up and I'll get it on screen so you can actually see exactly what he said. Pig, our defence is a disgrace, says Janice Frankness. We almost lost to Roma in the second leg. De Gea saved us. Hey, yes, it is, mate. And I agree with you, man. Yeah, overall, I mean, there's no problem with the right back or the left back position. In my opinion, we're sorted there for years. You've got Luke Shaw bossing it now. Wan-Bissaka's solid as a rock. It's the centre-back problem. Now, just imagine how good this Manchester United side would have been this season if we did have 2 world-class centre-backs in it, or even just one. Because if you've got a good spine, you can do good things. But it certainly would help if we had 2 world-class centre-backs. I always talk about this, guys, and you must get annoyed, but it's so true. Like, I hold Manchester United to a high regard and to a high standard, because of what has previously gone before. Rightly or wrongly, that's what I do. I know we are not living in the past. I know we don't have Sir Alex Ferguson as manager anymore. You can't expect to be in the same place we were then. But I still think if we want to be one of the best teams, we should have some of the best players, and especially in those key positions. Like, if we had Rio and Ferdinand in their prime, Rio and Vidic. Rio and Ferdinand, I keep doing that. Well, that would be the best centre-back pairing, possibly, just 2 Rios. But no, Vidic and Rio, if we had those 2 in our prime, slotted into this team, this season, maybe we win the league. Seriously. Maybe we win the league. Because there's a lot of games we shouldn't have lost, which we did ultimately bottle up because of some stupid individual melt-up from Victor Dwindloff or some absolute slab fest from Cheesy Mcguire. You know what I mean? So, if you think about it, if we actually did have 2 world-class centre-backs such to the standard of a Rio or Vidic, that could be the difference between winning the league or losing the league. That could be the difference, in my opinion, that would have been the difference between winning the Europa League and losing the Europa League. That is the difference, guys. So, it's obvious we need to improve in those areas. G-Wolf United, he loves Slabby Mcguire. I think he's decent. I think he would be, a good standard player for, Aston Villa or something. Or maximum Leicester City, to be fair. They are a good team these days. But Manchester United, Manchester United, the greatest team in all of English football, with Slabby Mcguire at centre-back captain in this side, doesn't sit well with me, dudes. I don't want to slag him off, new start, new season, all that kind of stuff. It's like when you come in for a new term at school and they say it's a fresh start. Okay, well, yeah, you're going to have to perform better with whoever's partnered with you next season, Mcguire. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my faith in him very quickly. He won't have the excuse. If he puts Varane, if we get Varane and we stick him next to Mcguire next season and Mcguire still melts, then I'm sorry to say that he's the bloody problem, guys. And we can't use that excuse of, it's because he doesn't have a good partner. That's bullshit anyway, if you ask me. To a degree. Lindelof out, says the Cake Cadet. Absolutely, yes. So we got Slabbington Moran potential duo, or Ras Slabby or Slabby Mcguire. I think I prefer Slabby Mcguire. Haunted Radio in here comments, Mcguire is still a good centre back. Put him in that City team and he's class. Yes, that's a fair point. This is what I'm saying. He is good in the air. He is good. When it comes to just like old school defending, but I don't think he reads the game as well. Like, for instance, there's been some great slow defenders over the years, such as John Terry. John Terry springs to mind. Good goal scoring defender, get you goals from corners, but also just a ridiculously solid defender, read the game brilliantly. What he loses in pace, he makes up for in judgment. Unfortunately, Slammy Mcguire hasn't got the pace, but I don't think he's got that level of judgment, because his positionally, he was out all at sea a bunch of times this season. He's a good player, though, and you make a good point. He's a good enough player that if you put him into another good team, he could do the business. But you say that, but I'm sorry to say, hey, look, okay, let's have a vote in the live chat, guys, and let's just take away the rivalry here and the fact that obviously Diaz is at City. But let's just have a vote in the live chat now. Okay, let's just pretend that we actually did have the bottle to go and sign Ruben Diaz when we were linked with him before City signed him. We had an option between signing him and Mcguire. Who would you have rather have had? Now, who would you rather have signed? Mcguire or Ruben Diaz? Be honest. Be honest, guys. Let me know in the live chat. Be honest. Who would you have rather signed? Marco says Diaz. Jamie Daddy says Mcguire. Diaz because of age. Yep, he's younger as well. So Diaz, says Marco. Now, it feels horrible to say that about a City player because we don't want any City players in the team. But I'm talking about before when he wasn't a City player. He's obviously a better player than Mcguire and he's younger. He's just got player of the bloody year or whatnot. Come on, for fuck's sake. Slabby Mcguire could play in the Premier League for the next 100 years and never get player of the fucking year, guys. I'm sorry to say, and that's if he had a great season. I don't think he's good enough, consistently enough to do a job like that over a course of a season where a centre-back can get fucking player of the season. Quote this, clip this, if he proves me wrong next year, I'm a twat. Guess what? He fucking won't, though. He won't prove me wrong at all. Solskjaer says, I didn't know who Diaz was. Did you not? Well, we were linked with him for about 2 seasons before City signed him, and we didn't go and get him, guys. We never went and got him, and we were linked with him. He looked like a great player. We could have got him, but we didn't go and get him. What's going on my sideburn there? Shazad Ahmed says Diaz. Berber says Mcguire, Bacon, Dior, 2022. Berber. My goodness me, that's about right. Yeah, he can get the back on Dior, or whatever that means. He gets the Man for It in Magaluf award, mate. Anyway, Leonardo Di Stefano says typical Manchester United. Well, whatever. It's true. One more season than sell him. He's a joke, says Marco. Oh, I feel bad for the lad. Big expectations, big shoes to fill. 80 million coming in there. It's not his fault, his price tag. It's funny, isn't it? It is a lot about the price tag as well, because if we'd have signed him for 20 million or paid Victor Lindelof, how much did we buy Lindelof for? 29? That's a lot of money for Victor. But anyway, 29 million is not a lot of money for Slabby. If we paid that for him, we would actually be like, oh yeah, no, give him a break. It's not even really his fault that he cost that much. It's just that because you come in for that figure, you're expecting a world-class player. And he looked great before Man United signed him as well at Leicester and in the World Cup. You're expecting a world-class player, and I don't think he's delivered. So it's not necessarily his fault. But he hasn't delivered. He is our best defender, Mason. Yeah, I've already said that. He is our best defender. But that's not saying much, in my opinion. Hark back to the days when we actually had quality there, man. Romano with a £5 super chat. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Romano. Get in there. Appreciate you. And also thank you to Jazz Perky, who subscribed to the channel. If you're new to the channel, guys, do us a big favour. Hit that subscribe button. Smash the like on the video as well. Get involved in the comment section. Get involved. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts on any of the topics we're discussing tonight. We're actually only 18 likes away from 100 likes on the video, so smash the thumbs up, peeps, if you haven't done that. Would be awesome of you. Right, Romano, thank you so much. He says Mcguire will improve massively with Varane type centre back. He's much better than people think. Lindelof is the problem. Yes, I mean, yeah. Lindelof is the problem. We've talked about that earlier. Like, I do agree to an extent. Like, if we get a better centre back next to him, he will perform better. But that's also true of Victor Lindelof. Like, you know, to a degree, it's actually not, because individually he's still a calamitous mess. Look at that Europa League final defending. Oh my goodness. Mcguire is good. Maguire's good. I just don't think he's great. That's my personal opinion. He's never going to be as good as a Rafael Varane or, you know, one of these top centre-backs, a Sergio Ramos, you know, in his prime. He's just not, I don't think he's going to get to that. I hope I'm wrong. Or a John Terry or a Rio Ferdinand, you know. I hope I'm wrong. I really, really do. But, don't know. I mean, I've watched every single game of him this season. And we are a better team with him in the team than not. But he's still error-prone. He's still made some stupid errors. He's still flapped around like a big, great, square-headed fridge in the opening its door in the centre of the fucking penalty box and headed some stupid ball right to the opposition. They've slotted it in. He's still done quite a few stupid things this season. So yeah, individually he's made errors, but he's better than what we've got. And of course, if we did put Varane next to him, he should come good because Varane's got a bit of pace about him. He's got that judgment, that readability of the game. It's going to help Matt Mcguire. Mcguire's a good enough defender to win us a title. I honestly actually do believe that, as long as he's got a world-class centre-back next to him. Because I've gone over this a bunch of times before as well. You don't need a world-class 11 to win the league. You just need a bunch of world-class players and then some really consistent players around them who perform. But you don't necessarily need huge names, you know, huge Galacticos. Sir Alex Ferguson's teams back in the day. I mean, well, no, actually, I guess he did have. Well, no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess he did have a team of all world-class players at times, but some other times, you know, you're talking about players like Anderson and Fletcher and Nani and these sorts of guys, which, okay, they're good, they're very good standard players, but I don't know if they're ever considered world-class players. So actually, it's a fair point. Like, you don't need 11 world-class players to win the league. You just need a bunch of good players around a core of world-class players, a spine of world-class players. Yeah, Fergie's son says correct. John O'Shea, there you go. John O'Shea, yeah, great point. Thank you, Romano, for that super chat, you Don. Sports Further says defenders should be the one bullying strikers and not the other way around. Everyone bullies Linda. Linda gets slapped about, doesn't he? Oh, my goodness me, I know. It's not good from Victor Lindelof, mate. He's too weak. I mean, how Moreno did him in the Europa League final like that was just a complete summary of how he is as a defender. He's fucking shit, mate. Honestly, he's quite useless. Oh, thank you, Romano. We've got a cheeky little Rashford update. Nice one. I'll check that in a second. Absolute Don. Trav says, yo, how you doing there, Travis? Good to see you, Don. What's going on with you? Danny Atkins says, Nani was great. I miss him. I did love Nani. Yeah, he was a brilliant player. Especially the first part of his career at United. Like, a lot of people don't know, but if you look at the stats for the first 50 games played for United for Nani and also Cristiano Ronaldo, Nani blitzes him for assists and goals. Blitzes him. So he was awesome when we first got him. But I just think overall, I don't think anybody would put him in that, you know, Ronaldo world class or Sergio Ramos type category. Maybe during that Fergie era, he was good. He was elite level, maybe for a period, maybe. Yes. Anonymous Surty, how you doing, bro? He says, what's the Sancho update pick? Okay, then. So I'm just going to get into Matty Romano's Rashford update. Before I do, though, I'll just say it's just a tweet from Fabrizio Romano this evening has come out. He's come out and said that Manchester United have officially restarted talks, or, you know, sorry, he says, let me quote him. He says, Manchester United have restarted contacts to sign Jadon Sancho. Talks on with players camp on personal terms. Potential contract until 2026. No official bid yet. Borussia Dortmund prepared to sell Sancho, but only for 90/95 million euros. There's no move from Liverpool either. So there was an update that Liverpool may be interested, but there's no move from Liverpool. United have restarted contacts now with Borussia Dortmund to sign Jadon Sancho, and also talks are ongoing with the players' camp to try and agree terms on a contract. So personal terms will probably agreed soon. We know obviously what happened last year. The personal terms were agreed, and then it just sort of all fell apart towards the end of the window. So even if the terms are agreed personally with the player, it doesn't mean anything. But just the big news tonight, anyway, to let you know, the big news tonight: United restart contacts with Borussia Dortmund to sign Jadon Sancho. Official. Get in. Come on. Bring him in. Okay then. Let's see what this update is then in regards to Marcus Rashford. Let's see what's going on here. Marcus Rashford is planning to undergo surgery after the Euros for at least one of his injuries, most likely his foot. Manchester United are now fearing Rashford will miss the start of the season. Oh my goodness me. If England make it all the way to the final, well, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, is it? Oh my goodness me. I tell you what is great though. You see Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford, like the bromance is real there, isn't it? Obviously the other day, Rashford put a tweet on his page saying, what was it, little bro or something, with a picture of Jadon Sancho. Sancho's been a big admirer of Rashford over the years as well. I mean, Rushy's just sent me this tweet from 2017. Jadon Sancho tweeted in 2017 saying Marcus Rashford is a madness. Marcus Rashford is a madness with a smiley face and stuff. So those two, they're obviously good mates. That definitely helps. He's coming, isn't he, guys? Agent Rashford is doing the business out there. He's going to be doing the business at the Euros. Agent Rashford, come on. He knows it's blatant, guys. It's a blatant clue. It's a blatant clue. No, we're gonna sign him this summer. I've got a feeling in my piggy loins. Last summer I was like, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Maybe 50-50 at best. This summer, yeah, come on. Come on, Sancho. Oh, yes, okay. So, Aston Villa, yes, this was another thing I was going to talk about tonight. Absolutely. Emiliano Buendia. Aston Villa has signed him for a club record £33 million deal from Norwich City, guys. Good midfielder. This is a player I'd be interested in, guys, to be fair. I think for his age, for his quality, for his price tag, he's good. I suppose United don't really need him right now. We are looking at a different quality of player, I think. He's a good player. He's young and he could get better. He's only 24, but we've been linked to him in the past. I do rate him, actually. I do rate him. They just got, promoted back to the Premier League. But yeah, I mean, he's not exactly what we need now. As a backup option, previously, yeah, it would have been a decent signing, but it's not really what we need now. But great signing, a good signing for Aston Villa. Look at that, though. Aston Villa showing intent here. Early doors, before the windows open, agreeing a club record deal. Obviously, it's not going to be official until the window opens, but agreeing a club record £33 million deal. Why the hell can't Manchester United agree these deals early doors and get these sorts of guys in? For them, that's a club record deal. So why can't United go get fucking Sancho in a club record deal or whatnot? This is what really frustrates me about us as a run club. It's a bag of shit, isn't it? But anyway, Buendia, good player, going to Aston Villa. Decent amount of money being paid there. Leonardo Di Stefano says, I can feel it in my snout. Football goal says, did you see Ahmad Diallo goal tonight for Ivory Coast? No, I did not, mate. No, I did not. Thank you very much for letting me know. I'm going to have to go check that out. Awesome. I did not see that. Nigel Hartley, what's happening with Sancho? Restarted contacts to sign Jadon Sancho. So yeah, Fabrizio tweeted. I'm not going to repeat myself again, actually, Nigel, because I've done it about 4 times. But if you want to know exactly what's happened, please do watch the start of the video. Absolutely. Okay then. So yes, that's basically the latest update. I mean, there is some other stuff in regards to Varane, etc., but there's nothing else really. Like, obviously, I have talked about these ad nauseum over the last couple of days, and so I will tell you, like I jumped on now, I wasn't actually even going to do a news video tonight, guys, because in my opinion, there wasn't that much more extra movement today. Plus, I didn't get up until fucking 8 p.m. But there wasn't that much movement today to report on, in my opinion. But then, obviously, Fab tweeted literally at about 10 p.m, so I just jumped on quick. to give you the latest on it, because there is a bit more movement there. Looks like United have reopened talks with Borussia Dortmund for Sancho signing. Brilliant stuff. Oh, brilliant. Jadon Sancho, this has just come in. Get in there. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Just a moment ago, this is breaking. Well, you know, it's not really breaking news or anything, but it is just happened, which is I'm talking about it like the Messiah's just tweeted. It's not. Jadon Sancho has just tweeted and says, yes, Man United working hard to get Sancho. No terms agreed yet. So, yeah, Manchester United, he's just confirming the fact that Manchester United are in negotiations again with Dortmund. And he's just tweeted this at 10:52. Literally, you've just got this 30 seconds after he's tweeted, because Romano was on the case. Thank you, Romano, mate. By the way, if you want to keep up to date with stuff, you can follow his Twitter, which is transfers_UTD, or his personal Twitter, MatUnited20 as well. Well, not his personal Twitter, but yeah, he's a Don. Thank you very much, Matty the Rushmanator. Appreciate that. Yeah, so there you go. Just another confirmation. So Jadon Sancho just piggybacking on what Fabrizio Romano said, really. Don't want to be left out. You know what I mean? He's just come out tonight, literally 30 seconds ago. It says, yes, Man United working hard to get Sancho. No terms agreed yet. So there you go. That is the latest update, guys, in regards to Jadon Sancho's potential sign-in from Manchester United this season. Get your thoughts and opinions in now, lads and lasses. Joseph Adams, how you doing with a question, says, what's up with Declan Rice? So I think that's definitely going to take place after the Euros if there is to be any negotiation there. He's understood to be on Solskjaer's list, quite high up in terms of a CDM, maybe even the highest. Sal Mcguire over at Atletico Madrid is also another player that's possibly linked. There's a few others. Bissouma at Brighton, good signing as well. There's a few. But mainly, I think that Declan Rice may be Solskjaer's preferred signing. He's young, he's homegrown. He's not that young though, but he's homegrown. You know, he could improve the side. I think Solskjaer likes him. That's how that's how the reports and that's how some of the sources that we know have labelled it to us anyway. Is the fact that that Declan Rice is high up, or number one even in Solskjaer's eyes, for the CDM role in the team. Now, it's a lot of money for Declan Rice. I don't like the signing myself, because I think there's a lot better deals out there in terms of like transfer amounts. And also, I just don't think he's like all that great of a player. Is he going to be a world-class player in the future? I don't know. I don't think he's that great. I think he's a good player, good solid player. Can he improve us now? Yes, I would say he would, but is he ultimately going to ever really, really be top draw? Maybe, you know, what do I know? Absolutely he could, but I just don't think so, that's all. But either way, he's a huge amount of money, 60 million quid, 70 million quid. No thanks. No thank you. No thank you. Please go and spend that money elsewhere. Please go and buy Sancho. Please go and buy Varane. Please go and buy Trippier and these guys first, in my opinion, and then look at, you know, the CDM. Well, no. Sorry, not Trippier. Did I say Trippier? I meant sign the other key areas. I meant sign the right back position, doesn't matter, but I meant sign the key areas like Sancho and Varane. Get that sorted out. Then if we've got enough money left over, or we can sell any players in the window to generate money in order to get an extra bit of transfer kitty, then sign Declan Rice or somebody like that. But I actually think that's our third priority signing, in my opinion. And that's only because the other positions, there's really great players who are available and close to, you know, joining us really, or realistic to join us. People like Varane and Sancho right now, you know, it's looking good. They're looking good. They're players that we need, so they should happen. Doesn't mean they will, but they should. Whereas Rice, I mean, there's so many different options in that position. You could put on a little bit more money and go and buy Ndidi. You could spend a lot less money and buy Bissouma. You could go to Spain and try and pilfer a cash-strapped Atletico Madrid and try and take Sal off them for 50 million. So there's better options, in my opinion, than Rice. But one good thing about the situation is, obviously being at West Ham, Jesse Lingard, they've got Souček as well. Jesse Lingard had a great time for them second half of the season. If he's used going back in the opposite direction, then that will save us a good bit of cash, 20 million off the deal maybe. So maybe that's why you'll see Declan Rice signed this summer, if he is to be signed, because we've got a little bit of a make weight there in Jesse Lingard. Yes, I would take Joseph Adams says, I would take Grealish over Sancho. It's a great question you brought up there. Grealish is more experienced. He's older. He's actually more of a you know, in the Premier League. He's proven, obviously, in the Premier League. And what's impressive about him is he's not doing it like Jadon. Jadon's playing for a top team in a lesser league. So his stats are maybe padded to a degree. Whereas Jack Grealish is playing for a lesser team in a bigger league and still being a match winner, still being that impressive and orchestrating things. I'd rather Sancho. He's a lot younger. Sancho's a lot younger. He's got more potential. He's got the potential to be proper top level, elite level player. Not so sure if Grealish does. I think Grealish is an immense player, but I mean, maybe. I just can't ever see Grealish being like an Mbappe, Neymar type reputation player, though. But I can see Sancho being that. But let's have a vote in the live chat, guys. It's a good question. Vote it in the live chat. If you could sign one player now, and it was either Grealish or Sancho, who do you want? Grealish or Sancho? They're both great signings, to be fair. And one thing about Grealish is he's very versatile. You can play him central mid. You can play him CAM, left mid, right mid. You can even play him striker, really, you know. He's very good all round. But obviously his best position is, you know, in the centre or out wide. Grealish, says Rupert Meadow. Yep, interesting. Sancho, says Bob. Do you want Harry Winks? Pig says 917. I don't want Harry Winks, mate. No. I don't, mate. I want Harry Winks about as much as I want Harry Wanks. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want Harry Wanks, dude. Whatever even that means. But I'm just saying, no, I don't really, mate. He's a decent player. He's a good player. You know, he's sort of, in a way, what we need, but he's not, because would just be added another bloody squad player, in my opinion. Not good enough. Get Bo, says Leonardo Di Stefano. Yes. Finley Halpin says Ahmad's goal. Love hearts. Wow. Grealish says Illa United. How are you doing tonight, Illa United? Yeah, Grealish all day. Fair play. Well, he's more experienced and he's more of maybe a proven match winner in the Prem, which is big. But Sancho's got way more age and potential on his side, doesn't he? Eddie O2, Fergie's son, that just tickled me. Regards to you. That sounds a little bit... if you read that out of context, that sounds a little bit inappropriate there. Danny Atkins says, Sancho... How you doing, Eddie? Sancho, because of the saga last summer, we're committed to going for him. Good shout, Danny Atkins. Giannis and Dr. Stealth Hudson, they all think Sancho too. Travis, you legend. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Trav. He says, good... GG's. GG's. Hey, thank you so much. Let's get some GG's in there for Travis. Hey, Travis, mate. Appreciate you for that one, dude. Get in there. United should swap Pogba for CR7, says Nigel Hartley. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. Get somebody who's like actually going to score us a bunch of goals this next couple of seasons. Maybe cash in on a player who's on a lot of money, who doesn't necessarily put in over his career at United anyway, put in the worth of that contract, and go give it to somebody for a fairy tale ending for the last season or two to come and bang in those goals up top. Only thing is, though, because we've got Cavani now, I don't think it would happen. If we weren't able to extend Cavani's deal, if we weren't able to keep Cavani, then okay, we could have got Ronaldo in, but I just don't see us doing that this season because we've got Cavani here. Cash in on Mag, says Marco. Nobody will buy him, Mark. It's another Phil Jones 2.0, son. Nobody's going to buy Slabbington Mcguire, unfortunately, dude. Nobody. You know why? He's on a big amount of money, probably too much money for what the player that he is, and we paid too much money for him as well. And no bastard would be stupid enough to do that. So we stitched ourselves up. It's kind of like Phil Jones. Phil Jones is on 6 figures a week, and he's absolutely shite. And nobody would pay him anywhere near 6 figures a week because he's absolutely shite. But we do, and we did, and now he's stuck here. Because literally, even if you gave him away for free, nobody wants to pay him those sorts of figures. And he doesn't want to go somewhere he's going to get less money. He's got a contract that he's getting 6 figures a week on. Happy days, he'll just wait that out. So we're shite like that, guys. I'm sorry to say, but the recruitment team, the way that they've gone about some of these contracts over the years, they're paying big money to pretty average players, guys. It's overinflated. Our structure, it's got better. It's got better, but we still have a whacked out structure at the club. You know, we don't have an Alexis Sanchez on 500 grand a week. That's good, but we still have a whacked out structure. We still pay players, average players, too much money. I mean, there's even some talks, guys. Now, I find this fucking disgusting, to be fair. And okay, might be staying on at the club as a fucking coach afterwards. Hang on a sec. I heard a story to say that, and I talked about it yesterday, that Lee Grant is in negotiations for a new contract. Now, what the fuck? Unless it's going to be as the kit man or a boot cleaner or something. Or a coach, of course. I don't understand it. Why would we extend his contract? We've got youth players. We've got Heaton coming in. We've got De Gea and we've got Henderson. What the fuck are we doing talking about signing up Lee Grant to a new contract? Pisses me off, guys. That's a case in point. How much is he on? Even if he's on $5,000 a week. I think he's on $20,000 a week, actually. But even if he was on $5,000 a week, that is $5,000 a week down the shitter. It makes no sense. We don't need Lee Grant. Exactly, Jonathan Gallagher. It's like, why would you even... What's the point? What's the point? Just stick an 18-year-old youth player in the crazy eventuality that you have 3 first-team keepers injured. That's what I'd rather do. Exactly, Trav says, Lee Grant, he's too old. What's the point in Heaton then? Exactly, yeah. Heaton's supposed to be the third-choice backup goalkeeper, mate. So we're basically signing up Lee Grant to be a fourth-choice backup goalkeeper when we could actually just give that opportunity to a youth player. It's preposterous, dude. Fergie's son says Grant and Mata. Mata's another one. I mean, to a much lesser extent, though. Like, I've got no real problem with us signing up Mata. He's 33. Okay, his best days are gone, but he's still a good personality, good experience player to have around. And if you needed to call upon a player sometime to unlock a defence or put in a nice free kick or whatnot, hey, look, there's a lot worse you can do than Juan Mata. But Lee Grant? Are you serious? Fuck off. Romano says Henderson, Heaton, Grant, player, coach. Yeah, I just don't understand it. Like, okay, fair enough. But he should just go into a coaching role then. If he wants to be a coach at United, I know it does seem like he's going to be a coach after his playing days at United. But if that's to be the case, then just do that then. Don't be a player/coach. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. It's just a waste. Yeah, exactly, Dead Inside. If you don't understand it, it says it all. Exactly, it doesn't make any sense, does it? It makes so little sense to sign him up to a new player contract, sorry to say. Fergie's son says, Mata, 150k a week, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Well, I actually talked about this yesterday, I think, in regards to Mata and Matic and these guys. Like, it doesn't make sense to pay them the amount of money that they're on now. They're aging. They're not going to have as big a role in the team. They're getting older, so it just doesn't make sense to pay them that much money. If they wanted to stay at United, it is going to have to be a contract negotiation. They are going to have to take a drop, in my opinion. It's not worth keeping some of these players around to be a backup on 150k a week. Definitely not. That's all Mata's going to do. Look how many times he played this season. You could argue next season he'll play even less. He barely played this season, really. So, yeah, it's not good money spent there unless it's for a cheaper deal. Unless Mata's aware, hey, look, I'm aging. If I went and signed for a different team in La Liga or Serie A, they're not going to pay me 150k a week either. So maybe he will stay at United and take a cut. That's the only thing I would say, because, hey, look, he might as well get 80 grand a week at United or 80 grand a week at Real. Suck off your dad. You know what I mean? OP Dragon says, yeah, Lee Grant, fuck off. Eddie Oti says, Mata's staying. Ollie, come on, keep moving, Deadwood, I say. Yeah, I mean, there is that argument there, isn't there? Out with the old, in with the new. He's definitely one of the old. But there's worse players at the club than Mata, I do think. And because of that experience, and because he's a thoroughly bloody nice bloke and a nice guy, he does actually add a little something to the team. Like, he does help the dressing room. He's a good representative of the side. Maybe he's a listening ear to some of these people. You know, stuff like that. Like, he's not worth 150k a week, but that is valuable in some ways, dudes. Rupert Meadows says, pig FIFA tonight? Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't actually know, Rupert. I'm feeling a bit guffed tonight, dude. Maybe it's just where I woke up at 8 p.m, but I don't know. Yeah, probably, but it's late as fuck already, guys. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, I need to sort my body clock out, guys. This is the problem. I mean, maybe, but the playing the FIFA at the moment is stopping me. I don't know, actually, I say that. It's not stopping me going to sleep because I've been finishing earlier, but I just can't get to sleep at the moment. Sancho is class reject, says United. Well, Jason Dallas says Mata should go to play in America. He would probably get good money there. That's a good point, actually. I didn't think about that, actually. That's a good point. So, Juan Mata, if he was just all about the money, he probably could get more money than staying at United, actually, because there's the Chinese league. They'd be interested. And they always sign, players like that on huge money. He could probably get more money than he's on at United in the Chinese league, and maybe the MLS too. So it's a good point. Romano says we got 112 likes. Nice one, everyone. If you just joined us, if you haven't tickled that like button yet, please do smash a little thumbs up on the video. Give us your thoughts and opinions as well in the comments. I'm just going to stick on here for a couple more minutes, guys. I've given you all the latest news and everything. But if you haven't heard, Fabrizio Romano come out tonight, 10 o'clock, and just said Manchester United have restarted contacts to sign Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. Talks on with the players' camp on personal terms. Potential contract until 2026. No official bid yet. Borussia Dortmund prepared to sell Sancho, but only for 90/95 million euros. No move from Liverpool Football Club. So I know I've said that about 5 times tonight, but I just wanted to tell you in case you just got in here. What is the main story of the night? So yes, good movement from United tonight. Let's see what's happening. We've reopened negotiations. That's the key thing. So hopefully we can get some business done. I'm hoping before the Euros. So we've got something to be happy about this summer. But, you know, knowing our club and knowing our owners, probably be right at the end of the window. Right, guys. So get your thoughts and opinions in just for a couple of minutes. I'm going to stick around for a little bit longer. Take sleep tablets. That's not a bad idea, Alex Roche. I don't like taking sleep tablets, though. It's not a bad idea, though. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should just get blackout drunk. Tracy says play FIFA. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Tracy. Keep a lookout. Obviously, I'm not ruling it out. I'm just saying right now I'm not 100% what my plan is because I do need to get back on track with getting to bed earlier and stuff. Marco, that's a decent shout. SS Sancho, Martial and Rashford, James, 4 left wings. One of them's got to go, don't they? I think it'd probably be Martial. Yeah, guys, okay, if you had to... I mean, we've actually heard nothing from the club about this. I haven't even heard really any legitimate links with clubs interested in Tony Martial. But let's have a vote in the live chat. Do you think Martial will still be a Manchester United player come the new season? I actually think, yeah, he will, but I do think he's one of the most likely to leave this summer because if we sign Jadon Sancho, we'll be looking to recoup a bit of cash and we'll be very saturated in those positions as well, you know, like we will. So it's a good point. Yes, says Shazanama, thinks he'll stay. Yes, says K-Slater. Stay, says... I should have just said stay or go. Actually, forget the yes or no. I've already forgotten what I asked. Stay or go, Tony Martial, guys. What do you reckon? I think it's tomorrow, the special one, yeah. James, hopefully he leaves to Shazad Ahmed. Yeah, well, James is very young. You know, yeah, he could easily leave this summer. You could easily see him sold to Leeds United or loaned out. Giannis says, we should sell Martial and Pogba. Yeah, sell the French connection, dude. Seems like those two players, you know, could generate good cash for us. And they're not like world-class week in, week out. But like Illa says, Martial is a class player. On his day, he's fantastic. Wan-Bissaka playing centre-back during pre-season, says Zach Horton. Go, says Berber. Go, says the Vutinator. Stay, says Tracy. It's time to go, says Limonje. Finney says he will. I love Tony. Better left wing than Rashford. Tracks back better, more intelligent. Interesting, Finney Halpern. He's got more years of experience on him than Rashford. I do kind of agree with you, though. I think as a left wing, when a few years ago when Martial was playing there, he was very, very good for us. But it's always been a consistency thing with him. He goes off the boil. One week it can be like Lionel Messi out there. The next week it can be like Lionel fucking Richie. You know what I mean? All night long, all night, yeah, all night long. Or even worse, Lionel Blair. You know, sometimes he's fucking Lionel Blair, mate. Okay, Zach Horton, I'll check my Insta after the stream, absolutely. Yeah, I could do a Logan Paul Mayweather watch-along, Alex Roche. Good idea. Thank you, Eddie O2 says, keep liking the stream, guys. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up there then. K-Slater23, how you doing, your legend? Says left wing order, Rassi, Martial, James. That's the same order I would agree with. I do think Rashford's younger and actually more consistent than Martial in that position, but I do think Martial on his days, brilliant. But given the choice of the two, I'd go with Rashford too. Dancing on the ceiling. It's about Wan-Bissaka training centre-back, says Zach Horton. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, Zach Horton, that's what you said. Okay, well, like I say, anything like that, if anybody could put it through Rushmano, Matt United 20, because obviously I need to, he's like my source verifying, checking dude. So not to say that that's not the case, Zach, but yeah, I don't read anything out on here until I've fact-checked everything and checked the sources and all that sort of stuff. I appreciate the update, though. The K Cadet with a £2 super chat here. Thank you very much, K Cadet. How you been? He says, what are your plans for Euro 2020 content, Joe? Okay, thank you for asking. So my plans are, the K Cadet, watch every single damn game. There's 3 games a day, right? I'll be watching them all on the channel, guys. I'll be watching them all. Every single damn game, peeps. Every single damn game. That's right. Every single game. So if that's your bag, baby, then get in here because we will be watching every single game. Fantastic. Okay then, Romano says I can check it for you. That's okay, man. I'm about to wrap this up. We could talk about that tomorrow, though, if that's the case. But we've just given, if that is the case, we've just given people the nod there. Wan-Bissaka training centre-back for pre-season, potentially. Maybe. Let's have a look. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up there, but thank you so much for tuning into this stream. Do us a favour and hit that like button. Leave a little thumbs up on it if you haven't done so. If it's your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe. We got 120 likes. That's not too bad, but if you haven't hit the like, please do. And, yeah. Subscribe if you're new and all that stuff. Appreciate you. Nice one. Also, check the website out. It's flyingpigunited.com. You can follow us on Twitter at flyingpigunited. You can follow us on Insta at flyingpigunited and Facebook too. So do that if you want, guys. Lionel Messi says, sheet. Don't know yet, Raxinity EU, but keep a lookout, my son. Right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher. Appreciate you, all the moderators, all the guys in blue there, and everybody else as well. Thank you for tuning in. This is the pig. I'll catch you on the next one. There's the update. Hopefully, Sancho coming soon. Oh, shit, we got a super chat here from Social99. He says, make Home Nations game a priority, pig, you legend. You know what? I'm actually going to do them all, though. Oh, yes. There's no clashes, though, is there? There's no clashes at Euros, is there? So, as long all the games are on at different times, right? There's no clashes. Is that right? There's no clashes. So hopefully I'll be able to watch them all. But yes, oh yeah, I'll definitely watch all the Home Nations one. Definitely, that'll be very interesting. See how Wales and Scotland and these melts are doing. Good night there. Thank you, Romano. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, OP Dragon, Ilianite, and everyone else. Thank you to all the Baker Brigade globally around the world. Hope you enjoyed the transfer update, guys. There's the latest. Some good movement there. Bit of news. Nothing concrete, but hey. Fabrizio Romano giving us an update saying that we have reopened contract negotiations with Jadon Sancho for personal terms and also restarted contact with Borussia Dortmund for the transfer. Get in there, lads and lasses. See you on the next one. This is the pig. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. More updates coming tomorrow. I'll keep you up to date with all the latest news to do with Manchester United's legitimate stuff. We're not just going to put out clickbait shite. 3 or 4 random guff links a day, etc. We're going to come on and talk about the latest news and stuff as and when it's going. We usually do an afternoon show to talk about the day's news and an evening show. But, like I say, we're not going to force feed anything down your throats here, guys. If there is news, I wasn't going to jump on here and do a United news video tonight until there was some news, which happened at 10 p.m. So that's the sort of vibe you get on this channel. If that's for you, if you're all about that no clickbait shite, then subscribe. And also click the bell icon as well to be notified when we post. See you soon, guys. Everybody, stay classy. This is Big. Take it easy. And come on, United. Not too sure yet, Bavash Dabu, mate. Not too sure. Watch this space, though, bro. Watch this space. But I'm not too sure, actually. I need to try and get my my body clock sorted out, and I know if I start FIFA late tonight, I'm going to finish it even later tonight. So I'm not 100%. Don't be disheartened. We'll make up for it with probably a double stream tomorrow or something, like a daytime afternoon champs. I don't know. Hey, I might well be streaming in a bit also. So keep a lookout. Just make sure you got that bell icon clicked so you do get notified. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher says keep up the quality content. Thank you, mate. Hey, and everybody else in this live stream, thank you for tuning in. Hey, look, this is the member rundown. It's just a quick little thing to say thank you to all the members, everybody on this list, all the names that you've just seen running down your screen. They're members of the channel, aka the Baker Brigade, the Gammon Gang, the Sausage Soldiers, the Pork Platoon, absolute fucking legends, a lot of them. So thank you very much to everybody on this list for being a member. So yes, I will do, absolutely. Thank you, Trav. I'll check that out shortly. Legend. Cheers, dude. And everyone else, have a great evening. This is the pig. Thank you for watching. More United news coming tomorrow and FIFA action back in your life. See you soon. Have a good night. And come on, United.